got some very good news I want to share with you all. This morning I finally got up the gumption because I had no gumption. My gumption was all gone. I was studying politics so much, and it's so amazing what's happening right now. The Liberal Party cooperated with China to get elected, and they did illegal things. They're complicit in that. They should be charged. Definitely they should be charged. You know, there's no bottom. If they would cooperate with the Chinese Communist Party to get elected in Canada, what's beneath it? Like, what's beneath that? Just think of it that way. What's beneath that? Anyway, I got bored, to be honest. I think that these videos could be like a little bit of a novel format, because what a novel's purpose is to help put you into the mind and the heart of another person. That's the sort of the function that people have traditionally held about the novel. That's what it's for. It's to give an inner working, give a view on a person's inner workings. So there's no reason that the spoken word couldn't be the same thing. Anyway, on to the good news. Yeah, as soon as I decided to drop that, kinda. Obviously I didn't drop it because I just talked about it again, you know what I mean? But I kind of decided this. I got to do something else. And so then I just thought, you know what? I used to teach a German guy, and he said, and he was a really successful businessman, and he said, he just said to me, it's very simply one time, he said, if it bugs you, fix it. If it bugs you, fix it. So my videos haven't been edited very well, or at all. I can't edit. I never use the edit function. If you can imagine that, I never use the edit function, and it's installed right in the camera. I can edit a little bit just with that function. It's installed right on the camera. I never used it. Wow. It's getting dangerous how dumb I am. I do dumb things, like making all those videos with no gimbal, or this one I guess with no gimbal. It's a stupid thing to do. But who knows, you know, maybe it serves some purpose. Maybe I learned something by trying to do videos like this with no edit function. Because if there's no edit function, it does present a challenge, and I figured out what it was yesterday. If there's no edit function and the footage is boring, then you have to talk, right? I guess you could add music later or something. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. Okay, so I think we had a pretty good look at those two buildings. And there are some pretty neat ones across the street too. Gotta admit, I should have moved the camera after the lamppost, right? Obviously. Yeah, and so I just applied myself for a little while, and now I've got all kinds of capability that I didn't have before. I mean, just to split and delete, so you can put out the rotten stuff. Like, that's too bad. I have to apologize for all that stuff I did before. Honestly, I'm sorry I did that. Okay, and then I feel like that's come along pretty well, so I look up a gimbal on the internet. The cheapest gimbal in Vancouver is what I entered. Cheapest gimbal in Vancouver, and it took me to I think it's a Fei-Yun. I was thinking I should know how to pronounce that. I could. I think I remember the spelling. It's F-E-I-Y-U-N Tech. Fei-Yun Tech. So if you look at it, then that's how it's spelled. So it's Fei-Yun Tech. Seems to get pretty nice reviews. And it's on sale for $19. $19. So I have to learn how to go shopping in the digital age as well, right? Because there's really certain process. Like, just check it on the phone if they've got it that branch before you go there, obviously, right? But I did that, and they didn't have it. So I asked them if somebody else might have it, right? And he said he would.
Against all evils, we must choose Jesus Christ as our only Savior.
It's okay if I
Do not
film
be
you?
deceived.
Can I film you?
Are you not filming? You already.
Huh? I'm filming already.
Jesus loves you. Don't forget. Obey Jesus Christ is the only way we will go to heaven.
That's
Obey His moral law. Keep His moral law in our life, so we may go to heaven. Do not be deceived.
I don't. His camera seemed to be off at an angle, so I hope he didn't get my face. I mean, seriously. So these ones, Muslims worship the one God alone and believe in all His prophets, including Adam. Yeah, that's an interesting thing about Islam is that they worship the one God. That's sort of a Christian thing. All His prophets: Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus. Interesting. Okay, thank you. Is it okay if I film your sign? Okay. I've read the Quran.
So are you a Muslim?
Sorry?
Are you a Muslim?
No.
You are a Christian.
No, I guess I'm an atheist.
Atheist. Why are you an atheist? Can we discuss on this?
I'm not exactly an atheist.
But you
I'm
said
not. I know I said it, but it's too simplistic to say that. It's too simplistic to say that. I think that my view on God might be interesting. I think that my view on what God is could be interesting.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
Can you please educate me about it?
this is just my own thoughts.
But so you are not clear whether God
Well,
exists or not.
you tell me, do I believe in God? I'll tell you the way that I think about it.
Alright. So first of all,
Okay, so the thing that is really godlike and that I believe is true, which is God has to be true.
you
It
want
has
to
be
believe
true.
that God has to be true.
No, God Himself has to be true, or He's not God. That's what I'm saying. God is the truth, right?
God exists.
God is whatever the truth is. You may have it right, somebody else might have it right, but the truth is what it is. And some people are closer or further away, or whatever, a different angle on it. But if it's the truth, it's the same from any angle. That's the kind of truth that I'm talking about. That's really true.
So
Like the
you are
certain
saying
things-
that God exists, but you are not that much close to God. You are not close.
No, I don't. I would say that this is the deepest part
I
of
think this
myself.
is not the question whether I think the question should not be whether God exists or not. The question is what are we doing on this planet? What human beings are
Trying to
doing
do
on this
good.
planet?
So like,
What
you
what
could
is
say
the purpose of humanity? Why
to do good. There's nothing
all
else.
the crores of
There's
millions of
nothing
people
else
are
but to
doing?
do good. There's nothing else but to do
This
good.
is the purpose.
Yes, that's
Then
the
why?
only purpose.
But there are so many people doing bad as well, right?
Yeah.
So many people are doing good as well.
Oh yeah.
All right. And
You're
what
from
should-
India.
Yeah.
Dunyabad. Dunyabad.
Yeah. Thank you.
Dunyabad.
Why? What do you think?
He understood
why
my,
human beings are
my,
here this time?
Punjabi. So you're a Punjabi Muslim?
No. I am a Hindi Muslim.
Hindi
I
Muslim.
speak Hindi.
Oh,
Urdu.
you have a very difficult situation there, don't you? There's a lot of conflict between Muslims and Hindus in India right now.
Yeah, some of the conflict is always going on.
Yeah. Well, the Hindus have what are essentially Nazi organizations that go and kill people.
No,
and stuff.
all of the Hindus are not,
Not all.
into these things.
No.
But there are few organizations
There are a few.
which are extremists.
Really extremist. Well,
But that is with every country. That's the case with every country. or every company.
no. Okay, so they sometimes criticize Canada for being sort of far right.
I don't think Canada is far.
Oh, I know.
It is quite liberal.
But they say that we're far right. Sometimes they even call us Nazis, right? But they don't know that there are really live now Nazis, but they're Hindu Nazis, and they're nasty people. Most Hindus are not Nazis, but there's just enough that it's really dangerous. You have to admit that.
I won't like to comment on those things. Right now, we should discuss on the bigger purpose, bigger
It's
things.
to do
Why?
good.
What are we doing on this planet?
To do good, that's all there is.
That's the purpose.
Yeah.
But I
And
think we have.
that's the truth.
Huh?
The truth is,
It is a part of the purpose to do good. It is a part of the purpose.
no, that's as deep as it gets. That's as deep as it gets. You either do good or you don't.
Yeah,
That's the
that is
most
truth.
important thing.
Yeah, that
So
is-
in this way, I am religious.
In this
Okay,
way, you are
let's
religious.
Okay.
But what is the definition of good? And when we are doing any action,
Oh, yeah,
how
that's
do we
difficult.
check
Oh,
whether
yeah.
we are doing good or not?
Are we
Because,
trying?
you
Are
know,
we
some-
trying?
Huh?
Are we trying to do good? Then we know. Then we
Because,
know. Because you can feel it.
But there is one more thing. You know, when there are different perspectives of human being of the
I should let you talk.
definition.
Maybe your voice will come through better if we. Yeah. So yeah, what is it that you want to say?
I was saying that, you know, if the definition of good is not constant with every human being, there are different
Oh, I know.
definitions of
It's-
God,
Yeah. That,
of good. You know, some people believe.
no,
let
no,
me
no.
tell
That's
you, let
no.
me tell
That's
you.
what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what everybody thinks. No, this is what I'm saying.
Let me tell you one
It
thing.
does. If everybody in the world could decide that drag,
tell you an example.
drag queen story hour for babies. I read about this drag queen story hour for babies, and I do believe that at that one or at other ones they serve alcohol.
Let me
That
tell you one thing.
is not
You know,
good.
people. For
Everybody
some people,
knows that.
For some people, you know, relieving their stress by consuming alcohol is a good thing. For some of them, even touching alcohol is not good.
No, you're still not understanding what I'm saying. I don't care what everybody thinks. That's what I'm saying.
I'm
There's
just saying
something
that what should be the definition of good? Because there are so many actions which
Yeah,
can
but
be
we covered
considered
that already.
as
That's,
good.
that's complex. We've agreed that it's complex.
But there should be one particular, you know, structure of defining good. Because we human beings are not going to live in this planet for thousands of years. I'm talking about one individual.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm talking
No, I
about one
understand.
individual.
Well,
we all
classic,
are going to have a limited life, only
Yeah.
50 or 60 years. Someone can die earlier as well. All right.
Yeah, there's no way you could learn to be a good
Yeah.
person almost
Then
in one
we have
lifetime.
to check, because if we die today and if we die without knowing the purpose, what we were doing in this planet,
Sorry?
don't you think it will be a big loss?
No, it's
for
only
us?
to do good. The purpose of being on the planet.
But still,
is
we
to
are
do
not, you know, coming to the right definition of good. We are not getting the right definition.
good. No, but you have to try to do it, and you
But,
have. Hang on, you
my
have to
point is-
understand that you will fail. So in this sense, I'm Christian. So I'm an atheist Christian in a sense, you could say.
You are
Uh,
Christian. You can say that you born in a Christian family, but you are not a Christian. Because if you are
No,
a
no,
Christian,
no,
then there's
no.
a belief system in
No, what I'm
Christianity.
agreeing with you, the classic texts, the Quran and the Bible and the Torah and probably the Sanskrit text, the traditional texts have built up wisdom because that's what it is. The wisdom of one generation was passed to the next one and built upon. And built upon. So of course it has more wisdom than anybody can get in their lifetime. That's the whole problem now, is that you have too many people in universities. I think you may find this interesting. In universities that aren't teaching this kind of thing. They're not teaching the basics in school anymore.
They are not teaching the basics. They are teaching so many things.
Oh, they're teaching the opposite of goodness. The schools are teaching the opposite of goodness. Now they're teaching hate, and they're teaching perversion, and they're teaching lies, and like literally all of these things.
Because we are Muslims here, we say about Islam, yeah. So we are not in politics and those things.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's right. That's nice.
politician is for politics.
But it's your environment. You have children.
No, I don't.
If you did have children, they're going to go to school. You might have them. They'll be exposed to things that you don't want them to be
So
exposed
because
to.
this is government decision, yeah. So I don't have children and I can't comment with this.
Okay. But you care about. There's other Muslim people in Canada that have to deal with
They
it.
take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Are you Christian or what's your religion?
Oh, that's what we're just talking about. So am I Christian? What do you think? He's nodding his head up and down. But you don't want to say if you think I'm a Christian or not?
You are saying that you are born in. I can come to the conclusion that you are born in a Christian family, but you are
Sort
not
of.
a Christian. Christian,
No,
because
but-
being a Christian, there you have to follow certain belief that you have to believe in Trinity and these things. But you don't.
Well, you don't have
believe
to.
in
No,
those
no,
things,
no,
Right?
no.
If you don't believe,
No,
then you
no,
are not
no,
a Christian.
no. So what I'm saying is, I think that from the
You are not a Christian by definition.
From-
You can
from-
be Christian by birth. You can say.
yeah. But what I want to say is that I believe that anybody can find wisdom in the ancient texts, like the Bible and the
Yeah,
Quran.
they are.
So of course.
There are so many
Of
things
course.
which.
Yeah, so to look to a sacred text, this makes perfect sense to me.
No, the thing is, there is.
But sometimes the sacred text is.
This is the thing. if somebody said this is from the creator of this universe, there shouldn't be mistake. If there's
Exactly.
mistake, it's not from God.
Yeah.
The
Well-
creator, you know?
Because
I've read the Quran.
yeah, so
God cannot make mistakes. Human beings can.
what do
Okay.
you think about Quran? Is it
Well, I think I hope that I don't make you angry.
No issues.
Okay, so there was a time when I studied religion quite seriously, and I used it as a vehicle for teaching English to doctors and things like that. I would talk about religion quite extensively, but a long time ago. And I studied it when I was a kid too. So
But don't you think, but we should think about this, that we all human beings are going to die. And
Yeah.
once we die,
okay, I'm gonna say something that'll make you guys mad.
yeah.
But are you accustomed to criticism and discussion and debate? And,
Yeah, sure.
no? Like we see, we are here to say what Islam is the true or false. We can prove it intellectually, rationally, scientifically.
Okay.
This is not a man-made.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So that's why when I ask you, do you believe a creator? Like,
Well, perhaps. Yeah. I mean, something started it all.
yeah, who's that thing?
Unless there's the beginning is as infinite as the future. But that's not the common consensus
No,
scientifically.
because the
So-
science says
something was there.
The universe expanding.
Something was there. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you
They can explain that through physics now too.
Yeah,
though, you know.
because- so
With
the-
physics, they can explain.
Yeah, the universe expanding because the telescope we see, yeah? The universe expanding of the universe, do you believe it?
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. Because in the Quran that mentioned,
Is that right?
yes, you know
Okay.
the Big Bang Theory,
No.
the theory of
Don't
the
you know
Big
about
Bang.
Big Bang Theory? That it was a nutshell, and from that nutshell, everything was expanded and made into this universe.
Okay. Yeah.
So because they reverse this, when everything is expanding, if you reverse it back, they all been joined.
Yeah.
A single thing.
And a tiny thing as well.
Yeah,
Physics.
whatever,
Physics.
whatever
But that thing, what created that thing?
That is the same.
That's the thing.
Must be a creator. It's not a man, not a woman.
Yeah.
He has a power.
There has
he has
to be,
a
yeah.
will.
No, no, I know.
Look at us.
It's very interesting, I know.
Fingertips, different fingertips. Yeah.
Yeah.
Each of us. So that creator must be very knowledgeable and powerful. Has a will to do this universe. You agree with it?
Well, some of the logic I think is inescapable because
Yeah,
if
so-
you can condense the universe down to a tiny, tiny thing, then you're not saying it came from nothing. You're saying
Of
that
course.
that there was something there. So where did that thing come from? Another a process that will be explained through
so
physics.
if you say who created that thing, who to create that thing, this universe will never be exist.
No, it's
if
an infinite regress.
Yes, so
Infinite regress.
There is a must be, and the point someone create all this.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't know if it had a personality. Why do we assume it had a personality?
because we see in the universe like power, knowledge, and everything.
Yeah, we see human beings have. That's exactly the answer. That's exactly the answer that I
Yeah,
had.
because there must be something eternal to do all this. We believe that thing who create this universe, he's a creator. He's not a creation.
Yeah,
He's
but
eternally there because this universe.
yeah, but
begins.
isn't the infinite regress? Where did God come from?
So this is the thing. If you go back like this,
Yeah.
if a shooter shoot, if
Infinite
somebody
regress.
get permission from this, from that, this
There has to be an end.
Yes, it must
That's,
be it.
but what is it?
So that creator.
You
is
look
not a
like my
human.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're a younger version, a much younger version. Don't worry.
Yeah. So
How old are you?
40 something.
Okay.
Yeah. So that creator there must be end. So we reject all who create this, who create that. So there must be eternal being to do powerful to do this.
Yeah.
So that's he created this universe for a purpose. He sent many messengers.
Mm-hmm.
Why? What's the purpose of life? Why you are here? That's why when I speak with the people
To do
like
good.
you, intellectual and rational, I go to the scientific miracles from the Quran because
Yeah.
it revealed 14 centuries ago. How come the scientists find out this thing new? It's a new thing.
Which thing are we talking
The
about?
universe expanding,
Oh,
the
yeah.
theory of the Big Bang, there is how the baby grew up in the womb of the mother and goes stage by stage changing. How can man in the desert 14 centuries ago talks about this stuff? It's mind blowing.
Oh, I know. It really is mind blowing. I mean, you can really get deep into it. That's for sure.
Yes. So you read Quran, yeah?
I read it twice.
So did you ask that creator, okay, guide me, that creator who created this thing, not the Jesus, human being. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Holy
All
Spirit,
sort of.
yeah, all sort of gods.
Okay, that's you take a departure from Christianity there that I agree with.
Yeah, so if you
I don't believe that God became a person and came to
and
earth. I don't believe
killed
that.
by his own creation. He died for you. He couldn't forgive anyone. You know.
Yeah, the
This is-
whole story is.
Yeah, that's why.
But the thing is, there's still a lot of wisdom in that
Of
text.
course, then because Jesus got a book, tell people to worship God, and he got a wisdom, the book. So
Yeah.
it has been changed for a period of time.
Yeah. Hey, I gotta go, but it's
Okay.
really nice.
Okay,
Really
nice
nice.
to talk to
Yeah,
you.
very nice to talk to you. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Sorry. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Yo estudio 2 semanas.
2 semanas de español.
2 semanas.
Ya. Okay.
Mi español no bueno.
Little.
A little bit, poquito.
Yeah.
Poquito.